Good afternoon to you, ma'am or sir. So this is my website homework video. Let me start off with the navigation bar. But let me just start off from here, from the index page. So on the head, you can see over here, I just added the bootstrap sort of elements and all that. I also added this embed tool. This is for the carousel over here. I just added it just to make the website nice. And now it's not a requirement from the rubric, but just added it to make it nice. So the navigation bar, I added it using Bootstrap, made it fluid, and obviously got the fonts, awesome icons, which is this one and this one. So this one obviously loads the home page, and this one loads the card page over here. So let me just go back there, and you can see that there's a number over there for when you want to add to the cards. You can increment using that number. So let me just go down. So this is the movie slider. Just added it in. You can see the trailers. So movie header. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that I made the navigation bar sticky to the top so that when the user scrolls down, it can stick to the top. Because I don't know, I think it's just good practice. But here, so I added the movie header, heading, and after that we get the cards. So this is where the cards actually go, but since we load it dynamically, it's all in the JavaScript, which I'll show you just now. So those are the cards, and this is just some JavaScript for Bootstrap. Okay, so let me just show you the cards. Oh yeah, responsive. So you can see that the website is responsive. So when I made it full screen, it goes to 3 columns like this, and when I do this, and so when I take it like that, it shows 2 movies, then 1 movie. Same goes for the movie slide over here. I made it responsive so that you can change according to your screen size. You can see a tiny screen over there, big screen over here, and yeah. So that's my responsive sort of side, and this is my movie table. I added it using Bootstrap. Let me just go back to Visual Studio so you can see. I added it using Bootstrap, so this is the heading, same as the other one. Body, navigation bar, and so the cards. I added the container for the heading. And then the table over here did the same. Just added headings, and the footer is the same as the other one. So you can see here when I move it like this, if I can just that it changes size, like it's responsive. So that's the card side. Now let's get to the JavaScript. Okay, so this function over here just loads the numbers to the. So every time you press the add to ticket button, like over here, will refresh the page so that when you go from the card page to the movie page, it doesn't stay like it basically collects all the movie tickets. It doesn't, because before when I did that without this function, it would turn to 0. So that's what that function does. And over here, we obviously have the array for the movies. Got all of the arrays there. Then we have the upload cards. So loading the cards dynamically. This basically sets movies. So I take the movies and I put them into the local storage. Then it performs the functions to fetch the movies from the local storage using this, get element ID, all of that. And then it takes the objects and then maps and puts each individual object from the values over here, and it loads it dynamically. And I use that just to differentiate between the two, between the So yeah, that's what I did to add the card. And then the modal, I use this function. It's sort of similar to the one before. It's just adding the modal. But I do want to say I didn't do the modal properly. I've been trying hard. So when I press details over here, you can see that it loads all of the movies instead of one. Tried fixing it with a few loops, and I don't know, I just really couldn't fix it. Tried Stack Overflow, it was pretty hard. So that's that part. Then add to ticket. So to add to cart, I mean. So this function basically collects all of the add to cart button, which is the PTM sort of this is the bootstrap button. So every time I press this here, it will collect all of the card buttons, and then it will perform these functions over here, this function and this function. So every time we'll collect the first one, so I'll press this, and we'll collect the information there. We'll set an item in local storage called tickets and cards, and I'll add it to there using some other function which I'll show you just now. And like this function, this function over here, I'll just add the movies, tickets and cards. We'll add, we'll increment over there, and also update the navigation bar over here. And then we'll set, if there isn't any value, so if there's nothing inside local storage, we'll set it. And over here, set movie items, we'll collect all of the movies and cards. So over here, you can see movies and cards. I added this movie here. So if I go to the second one, Uncharted, we'll add over there. And just do this so you can see. So over here it has the Batman, and that's the first movie I added. Then Uncharted over here, the second movie I added. So by doing that, it will basically create a list inside, and then it will increment every single time. And if there's nothing inside, then it will set it to 0. Or add the first one. And it'll also update tickets and cards every time we press a movie that's already inside here. So like this Uncharted one I have over here, you can see there's one ticket and cards, but if I add it again and I go to tickets and cards, it will show you that there's 2 tickets and cards. So and then I'll just set the local storage over there. Then the total, we'll just add this, add the ticket price over here. So that's what this function does. If there's something inside, it will increment. If there's nothing, then it will just set the ticket price. And then display cards. So we'll take all of this data or information, and then we'll display it in the cards. So you can see over here in this table that I created. So it'll take all of the sort of the same as loading it dynamically with the cards. Sort of use the same function over there. Collect the movies and cards, we'll collect the table class, we'll collect the total, and then we'll push all the data into the table class over here, just like this, and we'll make it specific to the actual data that you selected. So that's that part, and the increase buttons, or the buttons. So it will, every time you click a button, obviously like this is the increase button, it will increase. So it's 4, it's 3, but also it will also increase over here. So as you can see, it's 4 over here. If I press increase, it will go back and it will say 5, just like I was saying 5 on the table. So this table is linked with this dot over here. So anything that changes over here changes over here. And that sort of brought me a problem. Like I'll show you a problem that I was facing just now with the delete. But the decrease will also do the same. So if I go like that, and it should update and update the total. Same goes for over here. And then for the delete button, okay, so this is where I was sort of struggling. Just add more movies, just to show you. Add movies, cards. It's kind of a study. But yeah, so for the delete button, that's where things got a little bit, tricky. So over here, say I want to delete Doctor Strange. deletes it, but it doesn't remove it over here from the movie ticket. And that's what I was struggling with. Like, I couldn't find a way to remove this, to remove like the item from the movie ticket. So you can see Doctor Strange is at 0, and it should be gone. So over here, Doctor Strange, which is I think ticket number 3, it's supposed to be, gone. I couldn't take it out of the array, out of the storage, because I tried to perform this function over here. Tried ways over here to do it, like this one. I found this on Stack Overflow and tried to make it work, but it just didn't want to work. For some reason, it worked over here with these movies. So if I wanted to take out this movie, it would work. Or if I wanted to take out this movie, it would work. But it wouldn't work over here, and I think it's because if you can see properly, I don't know if you can see. In movies, it has a black brackets, like square brackets around it, where this one has like curly brackets. I don't know what that's like. I want to think it's because like this is an array, or I'm not sure. But all I know is that it worked over here, and it didn't want to work over here. I was trying, like, spent like hours trying to make it work, but it didn't want to work. So that is the delete button. And if it were to work, then I would perform this function over here. So this function would remove from the table. Because actually it does remove from the table. It just refreshes and loads it back. Because I haven't actually removed it from the tickets, from the movies and the ticket. So also, okay, so these are the buttons, press the buttons, performs this function, so all the functions are at the bottom over here. Excuse me. And so it takes the increments it, so it takes the data that he had from, so it collects the data in the row. So I'll just show you this over here. We'll target the data and then we'll pass this value inside to increase it. That's how it increases. So pass this value inside and then you set, you get your tickets and cards, you get your movies and cards, and then you get your totals and cards. And then you just increment the values accordingly. So you just add it to movies and cards, add it to tickets and cards, and then increments the total. So you can see, so just the total, you also increment by the ticket price, and if you can see over here, you just, for example, Sonic the Hedgehog. If I increase it, it'll go to 2. If you go to movies and cards, you can see that it's at 2. I increased it. Same goes for the total over here. So if I increase, increase the total, increase the total. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Also a few functions like for the delete button, it will collect the data and it will take all the values, like all the value, the quantity, that take the values. So let me just try to explain. Like Sonic the Hedgehog, if I want to delete Sonic the Hedgehog, it would take all of the values from the movies and cards, so the tickets and cards over here, and it would put it to 0, and then it will also take the total for Sonic the Hedgehog, which is over here. We'll say the ticket price times the quantity, so movies in, like the tickets and the cards, and that will give you the total, and then it will minus that from the actual total over here. And also new tickets, it also minuses the tickets and the cards, so it can go to 0. So if I press X over here, it will go to 0. And remember, I couldn't find a way to remove this from the movies and ticket. If I'd fixed that, then everything would be fine. But it gets marks deducted first, so it's fine. And yeah, I just put these just as extra code, the code that I just, I don't know, to show you what I was doing. And yeah, so let me just show you them full screen so you can have a better idea. So this is the table over here, it's dynamic, those over there, go down here, you can see the tickets, loads the cards. My PC is a bit slow, but loads the cards. Also have a problem with the details over here, that they all show instead of one showing for the specific value. I couldn't figure that out. And then if I go to cards over here, and I forgot to say that the headings didn't show up, so that's also a problem I was facing. the headings sort of overlapped. So when you do the inner.html, sorry, let me just go here. So when I did the inner.html, it didn't want to add props, so like I was supposed to add. If I could just go down, show you. So I'm supposed to add it over here, and I tried doing it, but it would load the headings every single time an item was loaded to the cart, so that made it weird. But yeah, that's pretty much my websites. Sort of exited over there, just got rid of them. So yeah, that's my websites. Got the review the trailer over here. You can actually play it. It's a run trailer. Let me just post that. So yeah, that's my